What's up, film fans? Welcome to another episode of Friday the 14th. Friday the 14th, UHD.
Damn.
I am Juan, to the realest of the real, and to the next of me,
Me,
Mr.
Mr. Fuentes. No, actually, it's the 4K bad guy.
Is it?
It could. Who else would it be?
Is it this isn't gonna be like an episode of Scooby Doo where you take the mask off and it was somebody else the entire time.
Possibly.
So but Nick, man, I'm excited. Even though we talk horror movies all year round. Like it's different when it hits like September, October, and that cool. I don't know where I don't know how cool it gets in Texas, but at least here that cool, crisp air kind of just starts like settling in, and start wearing some sweaters and some warm drinks. It's different watching a horror movie in September and October. But what about you? Are
What
you
about
are
me?
you are you excited?
I'm excited for the spooky season, but the weather sucks ass over here.
Yeah.
Cause sometimes when it's supposed to be cold, it's hot, and vice versa.
Fuck.
Hot, cold.
Like the Katy Perry song.
When you're hot, you're cold. So hot.
But man, yeah, I'm excited. This is the first episode of September for the UHD brand, and I was excited to even though it doesn't get that much love. We talked the first Rob Zombie Halloween, so I was like, man, I think we have to talk the second one, and what better way to do it than like the beginning of September?
Yeah, right here.
Yeah.
Wait, that's not it.
No, no, wrong one.
Mm.
That's that's
Now,
what that's what
this
Rob Zombie
is
almost did to the franchise.
this is the first movie steelbook, but what I did to mine is I put the second movie in the steelbook. I just took out the bonus feature one,
Nice.
so that it cases both movies.
And
Um,
for more how to package your discs, you should follow Nick wherever you follow Nick at.
follow me everywhere. Which version did you end up checking up?
I watched the one that just came with the original Blu-ray from 2009.
I,
So I'm guessing it was like an hour
un,
and 48 minutes.
Probably the director's cut. I
I,
think.
I couldn't tell you what the difference was. All I know is I hated some of it. I liked some of it. It's not it's not a terrible. Oh, I'm not gonna. We'll get
Mm,
into it. We'll get
well,
into it.
let's just save it.
Let's save it.
Maybe we're talking about like the season coming up with horror stuff. A
Whoa.
lot of horror movies coming out in theaters. Have you seen the Barbarian?
I have not seen it. It made the final two of what I was going to review on my show for this coming Monday coming up. I was like, man, people are talking about it, saying it's one of the better scary movies in a while. And then I'm like, I don't know. But at the end of the day, we all know what won my cut. I'm doing Pearl A24, so
Pearl.
it was no competition.
Well, tomorrow I'm gonna go see Barbarian, and then Friday I'm gonna see Pearl.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
But Friday, the difference between Friday and Thursday is that Friday there's gonna be a wangasm.
Oh yeah, there will be a Wangasm on Friday.
Not only
As
from
soon
you, but from me.
as soon as that A24 logo pops up, you better take it just a small video, a small clip of you just letting out your nice A24.
And then the other 4 or 6 people
I
in
just gotta let
theater.
it. I just gotta let everybody know. It doesn't matter what theater I'm in, if it's jam packed or if I'm the only one in there. If I'm going to see an A24 movie in theaters, when that logo pops up, I do let one loose. I don't care what people say. I don't care if they point fingers. I don't care if they go to management and say somebody's doing something they're not supposed to. I just let one loose. That
I feel like
A24 logo pops up, and I'm just like, "Ugh."
letting loose the new meaning, no longer in these
Yeah,
parts.
Yeah. And if management ever does come to me and say, "Hey, were you making that noise in theater?" I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna give them the Keanu Reeves. No,
No.
that wasn't me. You have audio. You have audio footage. You jealous? Movies bring me fortune, fame, and good Juan woes.
It's all the guy doing the reel up there.
Yeah, yeah.
It's got you on camera. Oh, you busted it out.
I heart A24. Yeah.
Yeah.
What a tremendous day. But you know, it's Wednesday, which means it's horror movie day. Let's talk some Rob Zombie's Halloween. Before we get into Halloween though, do you have any expectations for the Barbarian, or are you just gonna save it for? I mean, we got to bring it up and talk about it next Wednesday whenever we review Dawn of the Dead. You got to bring it up.
Bring it up.
Yeah,
I've seen people. Well, I haven't watched the reviews, but I know a lot of people have been putting up posts. I know it's um probably getting like praise, whatever. So I don't know. I mean, yeah, Bill Skarsgård. The whole time I'm just gonna be thinking like fucking Pennywise. But the last movie I saw in theaters was The Invitation, which was
yeah.
not a good movie.
Left a little bitter taste in your mouth. So you got to double it up this weekend, and you know what? Just yeah, you got to double it up and get that look and taste out of your mouth.
Yeah, but I'm looking forward to it. I was thinking about going last Saturday, but I ended up doing something else.
Yeah, I might
But
check
yeah.
it out. You know, it might be a two movie kind of weekend for me too. Who knows? Ah, ah.
All right. I know you want to dive into this movie already.
Let's dive into it. What a way to celebrate Friday the 14th. That's what I'm talking about. Jeremy celebrating Friday the 14th by watching horror movies, whether it's at home, on the go, in theaters, or just having just the best Wangasm of all. I hope you're able to do one during the Barbarian too, because
Oh, I sure hope
yeah,
so.
yeah, that's gonna be tremendous. Um, I think this is next.
Yeah,
Snapsis.
yeah, it is the synopsis, the whatever you want to call it.
So we'll get into it. If you guys do want to check out Halloween 2, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, I believe though it is also on the Peacock,
The cock.
right? Yes.
Hmm. Honestly, I didn't look that up. I was like, I had the Blu-ray. I think I had the DVD. It was a no-brainer. I was gonna go with the Blu-ray, but
Yes. It is for sure on Peacock. So go check it out. Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 uh with a cast of Scout Taylor Compton,
mm,
Tyler Maine, Malcolm McDowell, Sherry Moon Zombie, of course, Brad Dourif, uh,
Chucky.
Caroline Williams, Dayton Callie, Octavia Spencer, which I completely forgot all about that. Um, Richard Brake, Danielle Harris, um, yeah, and some others. Written and directed by one Rob Zombie.
Octavia Spencer.
Yeah.
Um, I know that scene because that's one of the memorable scenes that people like to bring up when I hear them talk about Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. Um, I'm just trying to think of like her overall like because I know she came on Pulse. We reviewed that movie.
Yeah, she's one of those. We'll talk about the cast a little bit before we get into the main story and the synopsis and stuff. But like Octavia Spencer is one of those people that she's either in something that's like really really good, or she kind of just goes off and does something like fucking Thunder Force. Um, but for the longest time, yeah, she was in like some pretty big hype movies. She was in Hidden Figures, The Help, Fruitvale Station, The Shack. Um,
Ma, was it?
Ma, which
I have not seen that movie at all.
I think Ma is a underrated horror movie. Um, she's also in, but she's always in some good stuff, man. So, and she's a tremendous actress. Like, I don't care what anybody says, even though she does sign up for a lot of stuff. Like she can act. And if you guys ever want to take any kind of like uh notes, I know this is random, but you know why not? We're talking Octavia Spencer on Friday the 14th. Hidden Figures is probably going to be one of my favorite movies that she's in, or The Help. Yeah,
Noted.
noted. Um, but yeah, that's what we're talking about today. Is Halloween 2, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. I'm gonna go ahead and give out my little sprinkle of expertise of all the sprinkles of what IMDb rates this movie at 4.8, Rotten Tomatoes at 23%, the Metascore is at 35%, and the Google users are at 74%. Um, the budget was $15 million, but for some reason it made almost $40 million at the box office. So I mean, people love Michael Myers though, and they love horror movies. So it's horror always sells, no matter how bad it is.
Mm.
Laurie Strode struggles to come to terms with her brother Michael's deadly return to Haddonfield. Meanwhile, Michael prepares for another reunion with his sister. Kind of a little misleading, but all in all, I get my synapses from IMDb, so butcher them, not me. Um, but yeah, Halloween 2, the night they shoved Halloween 2, 3, 4, 5 in one movie.
That was in the tag, or I don't know. I guess the tagline for this movie, "Family is forever."
Family is forever.
Yeah.
Um, but now it's time for your most favorite part of the episode, right? Mm.
Ratings.
Mm mm mm.
I think my opinion changes uh each time I watch this movie.
I,
I don't know.
I feel is this the first time you've watched this second Rob Zombie's second one for like since you started the podcast?
Do you mean like
Just like
for like
Friday
a
the 14th
review?
overall. Yeah. Is this the first time? I know this is the first time you guys and everybody's reviewed it, but this is the first time you've watched it since kind of like having that mind of dissecting movies. Because even like with me, like since watching movies since I've started a podcast, like it completely changed my view of movies. So now I can't turn that off sometimes. Like even when I'm watching something not to review it or to talk about it, I just that light is always on.
Yeah, essentially all the Halloween movies are we're going that in that direction first time. But yeah, but realistically, um, I think it's like my fourth or fifth time watching this movie actually. Just because I mean I never watched it as many times because it was like I thought that it was like complete shit. But I don't know. Slowly, it's doing something.
Yeah, this is the first time I've watched it since I think I watched this around like 2018. I haven't picked it up since. Um, but man, if we're getting into ratings already, no,
Your pick, your first, or do you want to throw it at me?
no, I'll go first. There's a lot that I really wanted to enjoy about this movie, and there are some aspects that I did, um, but I think there was just too much that I did not like about this movie. So for now, I'm gonna give this a 1.5.
I mean that's higher than the Leprechaun rating, isn't it?
It is, yeah. The Leprechaun
What
got
a
a
shock.
yeah,
1.5.
yeah.
I'm trying to think back what the first Rob Zombie film I gave that.
I know that's that. I was gonna go through the notes and look that up today, but I just didn't get time. I think I gave the first one a 2 or 2.5.
I think I'm on around that too.
Yeah.
Uh, as of right now, this might shock. This might be a shocker.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
That's pretty high.
it is
But
pretty.
but let's dig into it. I'm excited. We get some string bean casserole going here. Um, the movie picks up right after the first one. Um, you know, and of course the first one ends with like Michael Myers supposedly dead. He got shot like 6, 7 times. So the second one gets picked up where they put him in the body bag, taking him to morgue, hospital, whatsoever. In the first one, you think Danielle Harris is dead, Annie, which I gotta say she's probably one of the most positive things about this movie. Not only just actress wise, but the way she delivers a lot of her lines. Um, but I don't know. I did not enjoy the way they the whole bringing back Michael Myers, that first scene of the two IMSA drivers. I kind of felt like that dialogue did not need to be in there. It just felt gross and it felt unwanted. And if you guys haven't seen the movie, I'm talking about the dialogue where the ambulance driver was like, "Did you check out that chick back there?" And he was talking about how good looking the dead chick was.
He's
And
referring to the I forget her name, but if I should like in the scene with this,
oh yeah. Um so I kind of felt like, and I know some people are like, man, you're really nitpicking. It's a Rob Zombie movie. Yeah, I know it's a Rob Zombie movie, but I don't know. I feel like if you're putting together a Halloween movie, you're going to expect more people to go see a Rob Zombie's Halloween movie than people are going to go see a Rob Zombie's uh, Lords of Salem. Like more people are going to go see Halloween 2 because of Michael Myers, not because of Rob Zombie. So I feel like he just, I'm not want to say it was lazy writing or lazy dialogue, but I felt like it was just unwanted and not needed. Maybe I would have felt different if that scene was like 25 minutes into the movie instead of the first 10 minutes.
start
But
off strong.
yeah, for sure.
Now, I mean,
He definitely didn't want people to forget that he was not directing this movie.
Rob Zombie's dialogue in majority of his movies is pretty cringe. Um, but like one of the actors that is in that scene, I really can't make out of his name, but he comes out from 31. He
Oh,
plays the
Richard Brake. Yeah.
yeah. I liked him in that movie. I mean, he even though he didn't come up that much in 31, played just pretty cool in there. But it just cracked me up because his dialogue in this film, he's just like, of course, when they crash into the cow, he's like, it's hilarious because they're laughing, they're having a good moment, and then bam, hit into that cow.
Which the overall initial scene, like after they have their stupid little conversation and stuff, the death of the driver was pretty gruesome, and then Michael Myers chopping off, you know, uh, the head of the other IMSA guy played by Richard. It's it's good, I mean, I will say that about this movie is like if you're wanting a gross, grotesque horror movie, like with great kills, a lot of great makeup effects, special effects, practical effects, blood, like this movie's for you because they go all out, and not only do they go all out, it's done very well. Um,
Yeah, Michael's really he's really brutal in this one. Uh, I want to say he's more brutal than the first one.
yeah, I would say so. He's more man. This is also bad too. I would say he's more uh I'm not wanting to say humanized, but it's almost like he has more of a conscience in this movie. He thinks more about what he's going to do in this movie.
well, yeah, hold on,
I
because
think,
his mother following him around and his younger self, which was even even at this watch it still thinks it's pretty dumb.
yeah,
It's like, come on.
um, yeah, I didn't enjoy that at all. And maybe it's because I'm a traditionalist when it comes to Michael Myers and Halloween movies. I think you're the same way. I just enjoy the whole mythology of Michael, and I feel like that was taken away in this movie because a you got to see his face throughout the entire movie. Um, and I know Rob Zombie's putting his own spin on things, but man, it's just you don't fuck with tradition, and I think that's what really got me in this. Is not only did he mess with tradition, I wouldn't have minded if he did his own thing, but I felt like he just really he wanted to make a Rob Zombie movie and not a Halloween movie. Yeah, but like I said, like the mythology of Michael, they took the mask off of him. In the first review, I didn't like how big he was, but I was able to swallow that pill because I mean, you keep the mask on him, it's fine. Andre the Giant run around in fucking Michael Myers mask,
Mm.
fine. But in this one, just they take it off, and I don't know. I would have even appreciated if the hair was so long and around his face that you couldn't see his face. But in this one, it was just like, no, here he is for all to display.
You just feel weird.
Yeah,
Um,
it felt awkward at times.
like you even just following the Michael Myers character. Normally, like in the films, you're used to like a first point of view, person view. But this one, you're just seeing Michael just walk around like he's a roaming homeless.
And I don't like how. I mean, I guess it's okay. But after the two IMSA kills, he takes like the whole year off, right? He takes like a year vacation, you know, I think. Or does he no, he does the hospital he does the hospital scenes. Like he stalks her in the hospital, right? And he chases her and does that, and then he just disappears for a whole year. He's like, "Oh, it's November 1st. Catch y'all in 12 months. I'm gonna take the holidays off. Maybe get some food. Maybe go have some Michael Myers sex."
I'm trying to figure out where he got his jacket from, his hoodie.
I think he got it at Hot Topic. No, I'm just messing with you.
Like he's still wearing the jumpsuit, I believe. You just can barely see it because of how dark it is and everything. Just
Yeah.
just maybe concentrate on the hoodie.
What did you think though? I enjoyed how Rob Zombie took the idea of the original Halloween to the hospital scenes, but in the hospital scene, you find out that Annie is still alive, which I thought was a good twist. I'm glad they brought her back. Annie was Laurie's best friend in the first Rob Zombie movie, plus in the original movie, and she was so popular. I'm sure that they wanted to bring her back for number two, and they did. And I thought that was really good. And that was different. That's the kind of different that I like to see if somebody makes like a remake. Put your own spin on it that way. You know, I still say to this day, like I really would have enjoyed if Danielle Harris was Laurie all these years later. Like it just that just made would have made so much sense. I don't know. What about you? Did you like the hospital scene where you see Octavia Spencer, and the thing that I didn't like about that scene is, she's like, "You're not supposed to be here," and she starts walking her back to her room, and they start calling her over the intercom. She's like, "Bitch, you can walk the rest of the way, right?"
I thought, yeah, it was kind of fucked up. It's like we can walk yourself back over there. Yeah, get the fuck out of this room.
Yeah,
Um, what I find comical is whenever she pops up when you see her, Octavia Spencer. I think she even goes by her name actually in this movie too,
she
Octavia.
does.
I
Yeah,
was like, yeah, that's nice. But when she pops up, you just see her face like all looking straight, and then you just see the blood like pouring, whatever. It's just like ah. But um, I can't remember this scenes in the theatrical version also or not. For whatever reason, that like when I was watching this time around, that whole hospital scene felt very extended, felt
See,
longer than I remember.
and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but um, see, I can't remember. I honestly think I just watched the theatrical version, to be honest with you, unless it says unrated edition.
I'm just used to watching like unrated zombies director's cuts anyway, so I mean it it's the one from the collection one. Um,
Let me
but I
see
mean the
here. Just
whole while you're looking whatever, uh, that whole hospital scene, I thought that's probably the best stuff from the movie.
okay, then okay. The one I have is the unrated director's cut, which is the only version that comes on the disc. So
And if I had to choose as far as like the chase scenes, like how Michael chased down Laurie from the zombie films, I'd go with the this beginning hospital chase over the first one,
over like the original Halloween 2 or over
the
Rob
original,
Zombie's first.
the Rob Zombie one,
Okay.
because I felt they both felt kind of lengthy, but with this one, thought it was done a bit better.
Yeah, I don't mind the chase scenes in any of the Michael Myers movies. I mean, to me, they're all going to be a little bit extended because it's a person running after somebody who's walking. I never understood that watching horror movies, you know. But I mean, Lori was beat up in this movie. I do enjoy how they had like the arm brace on her, like they made her look like she went through hell, which in the first movie she did. So they put all the braces and bandages on her like they needed to. Jamie Lee Curtis in the first second one, they just, oh, let's just tape her ankle up, she's fine.
Just fine
Um, but I
with the
mean,
wig.
yeah, it's small detail stuff like that. That's pretty cool. So I'm not like harping on this movie too much. Um, but after the hospital scene, does he what ends up happening? I can't remember this. Does he just give up, or does she gets away and it kind of just scoots on into a Dr. Loomis scene, and then you just don't see Michael Myers for months?
I just watched it last night,
Yeah,
but I
so did
thought it
I.
transitioned to no, maybe I thought it was a transition to Lori and her bed.
Okay, okay. Oh, okay. So then okay, yeah. That brings up the point. Then that whole hospital scene was a dream, was a nightmare.
I believe so because I remember the first time
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
watching that movie,
Yeah.
I was like, "What?" It kind of did. It was not, I wouldn't say it too similar to the Friday the 13th reboot.
Yeah,
Like you're
yeah.
seeing the
You're
whole
right.
movie, like oh, this whole opening scene's fucking awesome, and then it's like, what? That's not the main story.
Yeah. Which that's where it takes a turn. I completely forgot. Yeah, it was the dream, and that's when you realize that she's living with Brackett and Annie now, and she's seeing the therapist. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's right. Um, and I don't know. Maybe again that's Zombie trying to put his own spin as far as like making it a little more realistic. But did you enjoy her being so mentally messed up that she had to go see a therapist?
It's a
Or could you have lived without the therapist scenes? Because
probably do a therapist, but
because
just have the her going batshit crazy. I don't know, because even it's a love hate thing for me. I still cringe at it just seeing.
because he's teasing what eventually the end is going to be, and I have a huge issue with the ending. But I mean, he starts teasing throughout the movie what the ending is going to be, and I don't know. But yeah, I could have lived without the therapist scenes. Um, it's just me though. Made her seem like she was a pill junkie already. But
That
I did enjoy the tension between Annie and Lori. Like they were always arguing and always, kind of you could tell, I mean, I guess this is true though. You start living with somebody, you know, that's always going to happen. Um,
yeah, like it's kind of crazy. Like that's like our high school buddy, and I mean, yeah, she had her high school friends in the first movie, and then in this one, she's now friends with, like, I would say coworkers, I believe, or I don't even know.
her coworkers,
Yeah,
yeah, which is cool. You know, a whole year passes on and she still has to try to get on with her life, which I like how they show that. And they work. She works at almost
they're like,
like a t-shirt, like a Spencer's or like a music store.
yeah, like a record shop.
Yeah,
Um, I love how Annie did, like she just like she tells Lori, like, "Oh, I don't like, I'm not impressed with this new you." It's like, "Oh, he's like, your new personality shit." I don't know. It's like,
yeah. I mean that's true. I enjoyed that too. Like, you know, because Annie's like, dude, not only did this fuck you up, but it you're not the only one who's suffering from almost dying. And if we're honest, like Annie, they make it seem like she died in the first one. She got her ass kicked in the first one, so she almost got it. Sheriff Brackett has a little bit bigger of a scene, a little bit bigger of a role in this movie. I always got to enjoy. Brad Dorff. Say what you will, he's always going to be known for the voice of Chucky. Um, but man, when he's on screen, I gotta say, I'm gonna jump a little bit ahead. But to Annie's death, when Annie dies and Brackett goes in there and he just falls to the floor, like that was uncomfortable watching, but in a good uncomfortable way because I really felt like somebody was watching and seeing the little daughter like dead. Um, and I don't know, but yeah, I think Brad Dorff just knocked it out of the park with that scene. And dude, it was probably the scene of the movie for me. Him just kneeling down and get goosebumps right now talking about it. I just got done watching the scene. I rewatched it before I came in here, and it was just a phenomenal scene. If you guys could even YouTube it if you guys don't want to go check out the whole movie, is a pretty phenomenal scene.
now in that version that I think it's the director's cut that they throw in pick the pictures flashing of Annie, or I believe it's actually Daniel Harris's pictures of her when she's like a child.
Oh yeah, okay. Then I did watch the director's cut. Yeah, yeah, man, and that's also like hits you in the feels, even though it's an actor and she's not really dead. But when they do those flashbacks, it was done very very well. I gotta say that at least Rob Zombie he took his hat and he tipped his hat off to Daniel Harris. Like he gave her a real proper send off. Like I'm gonna bring you for one and two. You're gonna die in two, and I'm gonna do it the right way, not like the Curse of Michael Myers, which you got right there behind you.
It's, mm,
Um, but let's talk about some flashback scenes that I did not enjoy. You can, if you want to shed some light on them too. Sherry Moon Zombie did not need to be in this movie whatsoever, and neither did young Michael Myers, who obviously they couldn't bring back the original little kid because he's gotten older, I'm sure. But
Michelle.
Michelle, but God, those were awful, 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 awful. And again, I know that he's sprinkling that in for what the ending is going to become. We'll get to the ending, but it's just. Yeah, those were god awful. I honestly just wanted to fast forward every time I saw Sherry Moon Zombie on the screen.
Yeah, I didn't need that scene. I can do all it. I remember watching it the first time. I was like, oh, did that kid lose a lot of weight or what? And I was like, nah, it's a different kid. I was like,
Because yeah, she didn't need to be in it. I think it was poor taste from Rob Zombie. It was lazy. and it took more. It took more affection out of the Michael. Well, not more, but probably put more affection in the Michael Myers character because you're like, now he's a mama's boy with mama issues. That's what you do not want to think about Michael Myers at all. Oh, he had pictures of his dead mom every time he went to go kill somebody. I don't know, little irritating, but um, Doctor Loomis in this movie. What'd you think of? We all know he's played by Michael McDowell, but what did you think of him? He was an asshole in this movie.
uh, I mean,
The
I don't
character.
want to compare him to Donald Pleasance at all. I mean, but it's hilarious to me. It's just the character is so different from that the original Loomis that I he's an asshole, but it made the movie entertaining. It just I don't know what it was.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with you. It works for the actor Michael McDowell. He just has that assholish tend. He just gives off those vibes. Like I feel like he's a real asshole at heart. And I'm not saying like it was bad for Loomis. Like I do enjoy making. Again, that's another good thing. You can make it and put your own spin on it. In this version, he made Dr. Loomis kind of a hateable character, kind of an asshole, which I completely thought that was brilliant. Like, throughout the entire original series, Donald Pleasance, Loomis was like a heart warmth. Always, you wanted to care about him. In this one, it's like, yeah, fuck, let Michael get to him, because
Um,
you have the book signing scenes.
yeah.
You even have that weird, gross scene where he's trying to get in the reporter's pants.
Oh man,
He's like trying to like, where do you want me? I'll give you the doctor.
come on, Loomis is in poor taste.
Yeah,
It's just business, damn it,
yeah.
business.
Because he goes from somebody who's obsessed with Michael to now he's obsessed with trying to get some twang.
I mean, he's got a book out. He has that clout. You
Yeah,
get and then he goes on that TV show with Chris Hardwick and
yeah,
Weird Al.
yeah. Are we talking about the Austin Powers Mike Myers?
Just stop throwing out randomly.
Which I think, in out of all the movies, that was like a little joke. They finally wanted to put Mike Myers in there, which is fine, I guess. But come on,
There's the joke in Baby Driver,
Baby Driver.
right? They wear
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
the like Michael Myers mask and they put the Austin Powers mask.
yeah. uh, Another reason why I gave this movie a 1.5, the strip club scene. Why in the blue hell do you need, like, did Michael Myers, that's the strip club that his mom worked at, right?
Yeah, that was it. The Red Rabbit. I believe that's
Yeah. The kills were cool, but I just don't think, again, that's like 10 minutes you could have cut out or put something else cool in. Like, I enjoyed the head stomping scene where he killed that dude by stomping on his head.
what's the actor's name?
The one who played
I know he comes out like different Rob Zombie films.
the one who played Frankenstein.
Oh, not that one, but the guy got his head stomped in the back. He comes out
Um
Lord Salem and Drake
Jeff
from
Daniel
Hell.
Phillips. Yeah,
Yeah.
Jeff Daniel Phillips. But
You just needed to
didn't
come out.
yeah. I didn't want to see the guy who was playing Frankenstein, Big Lou. Didn't need to see him get ready to just go to Plowtown. I'm on TV. Let me stick my Frankenstein in you.
I'm surprised Rob didn't choose him to be in his Monsters movie.
Yeah.
They shows what does it say the guy's name again? Jeff, right? Or
Oh, did they?
I think that was the guy that shows her the
Yeah,
monsters.
yeah, that's him.
It's like,
Um,
come on, Rob, you had it right there. The
Jeff
guy, the
Daniel Phillips.
Daniel Phillips. But
And I know I sound like a hypocrite because I'm like Rob Zombie just throws his random Rob Zombie characters in there. And last week we just got done talking about Little Nicky, how Adam Sandler does the exact same thing.
everyone has their
Um,
crew.
yeah, everybody has their crew. Um, I don't know. The strip club scene kind of irritated me. I understand him coming back to where his mom worked, you know, but
Back to the roots. Um,
and then you have that random scene where he kills the two rednecks
on the
out in the cornfield.
cornfield.
I said I was sorry, and he kills her anyway.
He doesn't know he's like, oh, savage.
Yeah,
They're like, oh, we told they act like they confronted them before, which you don't see any scenes that show that. I wonder if they thought it was some like they it was supposed to be into another guy, or they actually did run into Michael. I highly doubt if they ran into Michael that Michael would let him survive, so that's been someone else. But how many seven footers were roaming around the fields?
had to be that Mike Myers guy.
Mike Myers. It's like they attacked him now and they are beating him down like they did in the Halloween Kills.
Yeah.
But then he just like Michael just gets back up like, oh, he's like, I wasn't done yet. They already tried to drive off.
So, I mean, give or take. I know I said also had issues with like the mask. Um,
The torn up mask.
he carries it with him, but he only puts it on when he's getting ready to kill somebody.
Anyways, let's go
Yeah.
mode.
I can't
Remote.
breathe. Can't breathe. Gotta take it off when I walk.
It's hot out there. Not bad.
Michael's having breathing issues.
It's like it's like some activating mode or something like that. Once he puts the mask on, he becomes invincible.
There you go.
At least in the Rob Zombie films, I don't know. I mean, even in Halloween Kills, I mean, majority of the time he's wearing the mask. I mean, in all movies he's wearing the mask. But whenever Karen, she leads him to the mask and he puts it on.
It's like the Jim Carrey mask.
The mask, he
He
turns
puts
to,
he puts it on. And he just
he becomes anim.
yeah. I did. They didn't. So far, they haven't teased it in this new trilogy, but in this one, they do come out and they go ahead and say, "Oh, yep, they're related again." Hence the whole flashback scenes. Lori finds out through the book that she's related to Michael Myers, which again sprinkles a little bit of seasoning for what you think is going to happen to Dr. Loomis at the end. But you know, Dr. Loomis could have told her a year ago, that she was related, or that, but he finds out and he keeps it in the book. Obviously, he's trying to sell more books, but she finds out through the book. Fucks her up. She goes out and gets drunk. Halloween night, her other friends die. You know, spoiler alert.
And I
Don't hang
grow
out. Don't ever hang out with somebody named Lori, because more than likely you're gonna fucking die.
up.
So, Nick, I'm sorry, but if you ever meet anybody named Lori, don't go out with her.
Lori.
Yeah. Or, in your case, that would probably be the reason. Lori? Swing! Michael Myers?
Lesson learned.
Lesson learned. Fuck Lori. No, I'm just messing with you.
Oh, Lori's
Um,
watching this stream like, oh, you know what? Unsubscribe.
not that there's anything wrong with that name. Daniel Harris, I mentioned it earlier. She gets butchered. She dies slow, painful, a nudeful death. Again, I don't know why she has to be nude. I understand she was getting ready to take a shower.
That's why. That's all you need to know.
That's all you need to know, I guess. But
Like, it shows, but again, like in the first one, they just covered it in blood. So it's kind of just say, oh, you're showing, but you're not showing really. Going back to what you were saying about the that Lori finds out that her picture's in that the Loomis's book, whatever. But I mean, in the first one, Michael did try to tell her that they were family with the photo, but this guy doesn't know how to talk, so she had to find out next one. The sign was there.
Let me show you the picture that I took to the asylum with me, and I've kept it this entire time.
Like he shows her, and he's like, I don't know what is that?
You know, you don't think about real stuff like this, but that picture at one point had to be between its butt cheeks.
Like, it was tucked in there, nice.
Yeah, because I mean, yeah, you gotta hide it for whenever he gets checked.
So why is your photo a little it's a little moist?
Why does it smell like cat food?
Smells like oh god. Look at this photograph.
Uh, what'd you think of Michael Myers, Braun stroming the car, Braun Strowman the car, and he just pushes it over.
Funny that you say that. That watching it this time around, I was like, that's what I thought of. I don't know why. It's like, oh look, he's Braun Strowman. And
So let's kind of get to the ending because we're almost there, and this is what kind of just irritated me for the entire film. They have the whole police out there. You know, they find the location, which is fine. You know, the helicopters, the hostage looking situation. Loomis shows up. He goes in there. I can talk Michael out of anything. He goes in there. Lori's like, they're holding me down. Nobody's holding you down, bitch. You're crazy. Um, so they're all in that little mini house, that little outhouse looking thing,
the shed
the shed.
by Shutter.
Michael gets blown to smithereens after he comes out. You know, again, probably another like homage to Halloween 4 at the end when he gets fucking blown up by the police and the fucking hillbillies. Um, so Michael's dead. Lori comes out. She picks up the knife. You have an unconscious Loomis created by Michael. You know, and at this entire time, they sprinkle that Lori is mentally mentally fucked up. You know, she's the situation from the year before messed her up. She hasn't had her medicine. She has a really big issue with Dr. Loomis because he hid that she was his sister. So he has this Rob Zombie has this stew made, right? And it's boiling the entire movie. He's got ingredients, right? And the ingredients are for Lori to stab Dr. Loomis. Doesn't happen. She gets shot. She falls down. The end. She's in a crazy hospital. The end. And I know Rob Zombie did have plans for Halloween 3. I think the release date was like 2012 or something like that. But I'm like, he had it set up for a pretty, even though this one to me was not very good, he had a pretty good, promising opening for a third movie. Lori's in a crazy hospital. But why is she in a crazy hospital? She didn't kill anybody. She didn't stab Dr. Loomis. Is she just in there because she doesn't want to take her medicine? Because she called her therapist a bitch? You know? Like, that's the only reason that I kind of just really disliked the ending. I liked that she was in the crazy hospital, but she didn't do anything. I would have, at least at the end of Halloween 4, when Jamie, when at the beginning of 5, when she's in the crazy hospital, at least you know that she stabbed her mom running her bathwater. What the fuck did Lori do at the end of this movie? She didn't stab anybody. Don't get it. It's frustrating.
Not a damn thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean both cuts, director or theatrical, they both end with the Lori and this asylum doing the smile. Can't remember exactly how the theatrical ended. Besides
Yeah.
that,
So that's my big complaint about it. Which would have
uh,
been fun because I mean they're teasing that something like that through the entire movie, and it doesn't happen.
so Lori becoming the Jamie Lloyd. I mean, You just mentioned earlier that they were trying to do the Halloween 4 with the hillbillies doing the shoot down Michael. It's like, yep, we're gonna do that, and then no, they he really wanted to do part 2 and part 4. Um, I, was- I really thought you would have mentioned like that that thing that that really got you upset. That would be when Michael said, "Die."
Oh, Michael speaking for the first time.
Yep.
I didn't mind that.
Oh, you didn't mind that? It
Three,
turned you
three,
on.
three letters. Die.
Die.
Yeah, that's probably all he knows how to say.
You said it.
Yeah. Michael only knows how to say die, eat, and believe it or not, he's got very good manners. Michael does know how to say please. Eat, die, please. Repeat.
So I mean, there's this scene with when Michael runs. He walks up to the. He's walking on like the sidewalk, and the little boy's like, "Oh, are you a giant?" So I'm like, is this scene gonna play out like, even though I already seen it like the previous times, but just imagining the first time watch, I was like, is he gonna straight up kill this kid right here? Is he gonna do it? No, and then
Or if he just does, well, yes, I'm a giant. No.
doesn't he do like a choke slam in some of the scenes?
He does something.
He goes like that.
Yeah.
They really try to play off that Kane. Um, but yeah, I guess I was like, the thing was like, oh, what's Michael's limitations, or what's the drawing point when I call, oh, I can't kill this person.
Yeah.
The conscious of that.
And interesting. But yeah, the ending is what got me. That's where my biggest 1.5 stands.
The 1.5.
But I mean, you enjoyed it. You gave it a 3.5 or a 3. What was you enjoyed a lot about it? What was some of the main stuff that you liked about it?
To myself, I mean, I guess I can just appreciate some of things, like even the scene with a bracket, um, that scene, or uh, mainly the opening of the hospital, all that. I was like, rewatching it, I was like, oh yeah, the rest of the movie may suck, but this is this whole scene that'll probably be the only uh thing that like I ever put this movie back on. Just watch it and then take it out.
Well, see, I don't even think the rest of the movie sucks. Like in my
Nah,
honest opinion, it's just like just those few scenes that did it for me. The mom, the strip club.
I think I'd still tune in for the strip club just for fun. But if I had to skip over scenes, it would be the flashbacks, or Lori's crazy mental breakdowns. I need my I need my pills.
But see, even the breakdown would make more sense if she ended up killing somebody at the end.
Yeah, there was no payoff for that.
I think I just wanted to see Lori kill somebody.
She needed to kill someone. One kill at least.
But next up,
So just overall, just visuals really for me. I thought that was shot well.
practical effects, makeup, kills were extraordinary.
The kills were, I think, better than the first one. So,
Yeah.
and that's what I think I'm going with. Like, this one had had more originality to it than versus the first one. Even though the first one had like a little prequel going on, but that part of the movie I don't even like. So
I feel that.
that's why I had to go a little bit higher. Um, we already kind of skipped over these, but the usual UHD little custom posters of what it would look like on 4K. Now this is the image that's used for the DVD, I believe. I don't know if the Blu-ray has that.
Yeah.
Family is forever has the little tagline. Um, yeah, I couldn't get like a, a better quality on that one, so the image I thought I had a cooler quality to it would be this one.
Oh yeah, that one's good.
But this one is not the Family Forever, just Halloween 2. But I think I like how this image looks.
A lot better.
Yeah. Um. Now, I mean, one guy's moment. Was there a one guy's moment in this film
There was.
besides the strip club?
Uh, there was. If this is gonna be like you call this what like the movie the movie moment of
Yeah,
moment
essentially the moment, like
moment of the movie for me. Sheriff Brackett tearing up, screaming for Annie. Like I said, best scene of the movie for me. I definitely would give a little for Sheriff Brackett's Brad Dourif's little performance for that man. Phenomenal. Yeah. What about you? Do you have
for
a
me, it's Frankenstein. I mean,
I want to
stupid.
give you my Frankenstein.
It's just so stupid. Cause there's that. I know we already done about the movie, but I there's that scene where Laurie is telling the therapist that there's this guy just as Frankenstein is being very inappropriate, and she's just blabbering it on like nothing she said made any sense. Everything was kind of just bunched together. But just the part about mentioning the perverted Frankenstein. Uh, one guy's moments. I think it had to be Octavia Spencer.
Her death
Yeah,
was a good death.
film
Film
facts.
facts. Um, John Carpenter was offered a cameo in the film by Rob Zombie, but he turned it down.
That's no surprise.
Until 2018, Daniel Harris was tied with Jamie Lee Curtis for the second most appearances at 4 each in the Halloween series after Donald Pleasance. Donald Pleasance appeared in 5 movies. Rob Zombie originally stated he would never do a sequel to Halloween 2007 until the studio decided to make it. Then he signed on to write and direct because he didn't want someone else to ruin his vision. Bruh.
No, you can't ruin it. Let me do it.
I don't want nobody to ruin my vision. Um, First Rob Zombie movie not to feature Rob Zombie. Rob Zombie regulars. Sid Haig, Bill Moseley, and Tom Towles. Guess what? They featured
Sherry Moon
Sherry Moon,
and Jeff.
Jeff Frankenstein. The decision to give Laurie the name, which we didn't even mention, Angel, as her real name, was meant to emphasize her as an extreme opposite to Michael. Laurie Strode's birth name in the original film was Cynthia Myers. Big film fact. Did you know that? Did you know her name was Cynthia in the first two? No, I didn't know that either. If I had to guess why her name was Angel, I would have been like, her mom was a stripper. What
Yeah.
else? That's what strippers name their baby. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I'm not okay. I'm done.
Oh, he's done. He's done.
I'm done.
Oh, yeah, I mean, the only thing I know, like, as far as random, just the randomness of the name itself is Michael Myers' middle name.
What is his middle name? Anthony?
No, Audrey.
Audrey?
That's his middle name.
Audrey.
Michael Audrey Myers.
Weird Al Yankovic's only condition to appear in the film was that he got to pick his own clothes. Oh my god. Yeah, he's definitely weird, all right.
Oh, one condition. I get to pick my own clothes. All right. I was gonna offer you a lot more money, but
Oh, this is a good one. Around an hour and 5 minutes, when Lori and her friends arrive at the concert, the band is playing a song called Terror Train. Terror Train from 1980 is a horror movie starring Jamie Lee Curtis, the original Laurie Strode. Good movie, by the way, based on New Year's Eve. It's a New Year's Eve horror movie. When Rob Zombie had to have a few days worth of footage shipped off for developing at the start of the production, the film canisters were accidentally X-rayed by airport security, ruining the film reels and forcing several days of reshoots. So there's some interesting film facts for Halloween 2. And I can't say Halloween 2, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2.
the Weird Al one was that was top notch.
Yeah.
Speaking of Weird Al, he's they're they're doing a movie about him with
Yeah.
Daniel Radcliffe.
Daniel Radcliffe. He's getting some pretty good praise for it, so we'll see. But yeah, those are your film facts.
To be continued, and yes, there was plans on a third Rob Zombie film, but of course, as we are in the future, there is no that there wasn't. I think they probably go over it in the book, uh, to taking shape, I believe. Taking Shape 2, because there's two different books. There's Taking Shape. It's that one talks about the history of Halloween, all the movies that were made. The second one's the lost sequels that were never made. So they probably talk about that's in that.
Yeah,
To be continued.
okay. I wanted to read this off to you and see what you think of it before we talk about like a to be continued, I guess. Here's some fan theories saying that a popular fan theory of Halloween franchise is that Rob Zombie's original intention was that Michael Myers died when Laurie shot him at point blank in the first movie. All the appearances were hallucinations. In the end, would have revealed that all murders Michael committed in the second movie were actually committed by Laurie, as she hallucinated Michael committing them due to developing um, a disorder caused from the first film, which would assume why she ended up in this insane asylum at the end of the movie. But that being said, if they did do a continuation, I would have been like, yeah, you know what? Just because number two left such a bad taste in my mouth, let's see what he can do to finish it up. Maybe maybe the second movie was meant. Maybe it was meant to look like that. Okay, maybe it was meant to look like she's crazy, but she doesn't kill nobody at the second movie just because maybe he had planned for the third one. Who
I mean,
knows?
the theory does make sense.
But I would have liked to see what he did to finish it. Even though I didn't truly love this movie, I feel like, yeah, let him finish his trilogy.
Always wondered how exactly did I mean I'm pretty like it was mentioned Zombie didn't want to do a sequel to the movie, so the way the first one ended is exactly how it ended. Michael straight up got they don't straight up show you him's face getting blown up, got shot right in the, in the head. It's like
Yeah,
yeah. And this is a more human Myers, it's not the supernatural Myers. Because
correct.
he got taken out with a bunch of shots. He didn't no sell like in part 4 or
Yeah,
part 5.
he didn't John Cena those shots.
Die. mm,
But Nick, what is
my answer.
the next? Oh yeah,
Oh, I mean, you just skip over me. It's like, hell no. No,
would you like to see a third one?
uh, it's kind of like a.
Love hate relationship.
I mean, the first time I watched the movie, I thought it was complete shit. So I would say no from there. But I think after this rewatch and then putting together the theory, it would be pretty cool if Rob Zombie had maybe done a film with Sloy Strode batshit crazy. So for the sake of that, I'll say yeah, sure. Why not?
And then he calls it Halloween 3 Season of the Witch, and she's the witch.
That's actually season of the bitch, but
There you
yeah,
go.
yeah.
Man,
But next film trailer,
I do not know what it is.
well, I was gonna look up where it's even streaming on,
Uh-oh.
but I didn't. So
So
it's just kind of me hoping that you already own the movie.
I hope so.
But the movie I'm choosing, because we left, we just got done talking about a giant.
A giant? Oh, I
See no evil,
do own it.
Kane.
You know that man, that means we're gonna have to do the second one too. Daniel Harris is in that one.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to throw it there. I need more Daniel Harris.
Who doesn't? You know, I think everybody's life would be a little easier if you had some Daniel Harris in it.
Hello? Hello?
Dewey films. They don't make any more films, do they?
Hello?
No.
No, wait, hold up.
You're kidding, right?
To my knowledge, they only made
What do you want?
3 films in total. The two See No Evils, the Mary, not Mary's, Oculus.
See no evil.
See no evil.
Baby. Glenn Jacobs. Hey.
Nice. You know, back in the day, they did make some pretty good WWE films. The Condemned was good. The Marine, See No Evil 1 and 2. Like, yeah, you know, not too bad.
Oculus. No.
Oh, was that a WWE films?
Yeah.
I didn't
I
know
actually
that.
never seen that film, but I think Franco has it, unless he got rid of it.
I think I have it, honestly, but I didn't know it was a WWE films.
I mean, from what I hear, it's a decent film.
But nice. I think that's gonna be that's a good film pick. That you know closes off for the rest of the month. Next man, it's hard to believe we're already in the middle of September. Like we're just a few weeks away from October already, and it's flying by. Like next week we're doing
We're
Dawn of the
doing it.
Dead, September 21st, and then you know you just announced September 28th. We're closing out September with See No Evil. I think those are going to be some fun reviews, and I honestly can't wait to revisit both of them. So yeah,
Yeah.
there you go. So should be a fun way to end the month, man.
Definitely look forward to it. Oh damn. But if you want to follow us, you follow us Friday the 14th podcast. UHD. And then you can follow me at the 4K Bad Guy.
If you guys want to see what I have, physical media wise, or just going through that beautiful thing we call life, hit me up on Instagram. It's all one word at Cinnamon Movie Podcast on the Instagram page. You can see a lot of my links to future episodes. You can see what I watch, and you can see life. So yeah, Instagram Cinnamon Movie Podcast.
By the way, how's your anime? Uh,
Uh, the anime episodes are going pretty good. You know, I wasn't on really the first two episodes. Um, I let two of the others, you know, kind of take their step towards that direction, and I think there's fun episodes. So you guys can go back and check them out, listen to them. Tomorrow I will be on this episode. We're going to talk Akira from 1988. You know, a classic anime movie that'll be on this channel tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. So anime is going pretty good. Only a few episodes left though, because after September, man, I'm done. No more bonusing it out. I'm I am bonused out.
You're
So
bonused out.
I'm bonused out.
Hey, would you like to do a bonus episode? um, but yeah. Um,
And then Monday's Pearl. So
Pearl, nice. Maybe I do running. Maybe
do
who knows? I don't know.
come sit on it. I mean, come do a run in.
I want to all sit on you. Hey, don't say. But yeah. I'm trying to think of like anything else to promote as far as the channel.
You guys just
States.
had the 1,000 celebration.
The sex celebration we did. No, so yeah, Dimo Saul Franco, Mr. Fuentes, joined by Annie and one of a friend of the brand. They all wore dresses for 1,000 subs. So if you haven't checked out that video, go check it out.
I checked it out as a interesting video. It was real fun.
I make a cameo.
You do.
Man, majority.
Sitting there drinking some Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, I filmed the most of the thing. I did all the stunts. It was very hilarious because when everyone's just walking. I'm like, my feet are like just. It's like I was even walking right. Kept looking back. But
It looked hot out there too.
it was hot.
Sweating out that Dr. Pepper. You smell like a
It was-
big old
it was-
bottle of Dr. Pepper.
It's pretty windy too, because in that, I guess it's a spoiler, but Franco's sign he's carrying around, it drops on the ground. He has to go walking after it.
Oh
was
yeah,
like-
I know.
That was probably the best part of the.
Those dresses were flying around too, man. You gotta be careful. They were showing off some goods.
Those legs though.
But yeah, more power to
And-
them, man. I couldn't pull that off.
Well, that doesn't bring you in. I don't know what will.
Go check it
No,
out.
but
It was a fun video. I
fun
recommend it.
video.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was fun talking to you on.
As always.
But before closing out, I mean, just scan that if you wanna.
I'm
Links to
scanning it.
everything.
I'm
There you go.
scanning it. I don't want to miss. Put it back
Oh,
up there.
Put it back. Oh. I mean, you can always pause the stream, guys.
There it is. And as soon as you tap it, it takes you to the link tree. So go check it out.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Stay ultra. See y'all later.
Dizzle.